Okay, now it's working. Okay. Maybe turn up desktop a little bit to get that sound. Put me through. Okay. Did I fight Erica? That's a hard no. What is my team? I was at the PC. Was I trying to plan something here? Okay, we cannot seed these guys. Right? We can't seed, we can't poison powder a lot of what's in here. So let me try and think of like what the heck I could actually do. Right. We can get Will-O-Wisp now. That's why I'm here. We can get Will-O-Wisp. What the heck else can I do? I can confuse and I can Will-O-Wisp. And confuse has been like our main method of attack against poison grass types. But now we have Will-O-Wisp. I don't think you guys have not. There's nothing new here. I think it's train up the Vulpix, right? So I need you to be faster. You have Flash Fire. It's whatever. You don't have Will-O-Wisp yet. We don't have... Wait, can we fly? Or do we need... No, I think we can do fly, right? We just can't... Yeah, I think we can fly. How are these guys positioned again? Okay, so I think it's like we can walk all the way down. Yeah, like I was like, I think these are avoidable. We get fly from over here, right? Did I grab fly last time? Yeah, maybe you should check the bag. Maybe I should be checking my bag. Oh, I think my issue is I don't have a flyer. Because, like, now, with access to fly, we technically don't need to... We can train on super low level routes and technically have infinite XP. I've not done anything to this file because this is actually on Switch hardware as opposed to my other file, which I didn't. Because I originally started this when they launched the Switch version. But yeah, so I think we need to train up Vulpix. I don't think any of you guys can fly. So I think we just gotta either go... I think we guys gotta go back here. Can we catch a flyer in this grass? I should probably actually just check encounters, right? Because we, one, have to level up Vulpix to get Will-O-Wisp. I should also check if I have a Firestone. If I don't, I think we can buy one in the department store. And it might be worthwhile doing that. Because... Wait, can grass types beasts. I can't see them in new games, but can I do it here? They can be powdered, right? Alright, and then what do I have? Roar on... Okay, but like actually Roar might not be awful to keep. Because eventually I can just use that to end wild encounters when I'm running through. Although I guess I can also just like run potentially or use repels to avoid that kind of stuff. But it might, yeah, we might just keep it like if we can get rocks, like stealth rocks and that sort of thing, it might be worthwhile just to have Roar to keep forcing things in and out. Since we're not going to be able to attack anyway on our turn, in some of the gyms, it might be worthwhile to actually be able to, like... Can't remember who gets spikes and stealth rocks and all that sort of thing. But if we can get a Mon that has that on the team, that is probably going to be very useful to us. But yeah, this is going to be a long time probably before we get to Erica's gym because we have to train up. Get the moves. Oh my gosh. Yes, alright. And we might as well run because we're not getting any XP. Like, that was just a complete waste. It's Vulpix we need to do. Actually, yeah, that's the thing. We need to Flymon, fly back to Cerulean. We need to get Vulpix to the level that it has Will-O-Wisp. Let me check Vulpix. Because I know it gets it, but... What is its Gen 3 learn set? In Fire Red, Leaf Green... Will-O-Wisp is 17, so we don't have long. Although we probably also want to grab Confuse Ray. Just so it has a way of hitting other fire types. So we gotta heal this up. Then we can probably stone it, because it doesn't learn... Normally we would want to grab Flamethrower, but there's no point because we can't use it. And its other moves are Safeguard. I mean, Safeguard's not awful, but... I don't think it's... I think the stat block difference between Vulpix and Ninetales for speed and Spadef, especially considering we're going into a grass-type gym. Now, granted, it's going to be grass poison, so there's possibility of physical moves from the poison types. But, yeah, I think the fact it's also a grass type. We have a psychic gym coming up. Yeah, I think this is the best we can do. We gotta just level this guy up to, unfortunately, like 21. Can we? Because we can't scope and do tower to get haunters until after we beat Giovanni at Silphco. And Silphco is just so much a higher level than Erica that I think by the time, like, if we can beat Silphco, we can beat Erica. Like, I think that's kind of like redundant. So I feel like we might as well level up to be able to. I don't know why I came back in here. I think we might as well level up to be able to fight Erica, use that so that one's checked off, and then continue on our way. I think we don't fight. I think we wait to fight Koga and Sabrina though. I think we run through all the rocket stuff. Oh, I can get a... Let me make sure I have access, because I don't know if I grabbed the tea or not from the old lady. Because this will speed up my process of going back to town. What the heck? What am I doing? It's this apartment building right here. Okay, this lady here has the tea. We grab this. We get the security guards to let us through. Okay. We have our tea now. Yeah, we give you the tea. Okay, so now we have access to saffron. If I go up, I think this is cerulean. Well, it's Route 5. What, like, Pokemon, like, daycare is right there. Okay, and that's... So... let's move... We want to spread some of this XP out. So let's swap Dyson out to take the lead here. Everything should be beatable. And we'll just poison powder them. And use this also to try and level up the Vulpix. We also should keep in mind that we need to... Did I beat... I might have needed the XP. Did I just beat everybody here because I needed XP? I'm so used to in my Nuzlocks, like, trying to skip these guys. But I absolutely, like, had to XP farm every ounce of this, didn't I? What about you? Did I fight you? Did, and then I have to fight you. Okay, cool. We actually fought everybody here. I thought I could get free XP. I mean, granted, it wouldn't be, like, a ton, but... Okay, so we need easy dubs. What if we head south, Route 5? Did I fight everybody down here before Surge? Like, I absolutely might have. Also, let's see if we can get a Pidgey in here. Let me check. Why am I doing this? Check the encounter tables, man. I think you can fly at least. Yeah, you can learn fly. Pidgey is locations. Route 1, 2, 5. Yeah, okay, so I can find it somewhere in this route. I thought so. I thought that was the case. I thought that was the case. Okay. Well, we're here. Let's just... And you're close-ish to my Ninetales. Like, not super close, but... We just need to swap you Ninetales in at the end. No, it's not a Ninetales yet. It's still Vulpix. We need to swap Vulpix in at the end. So let's just, like, flash a couple times to make sure that we don't get crit killed again. Like, Flash actually in this run is low-key kind of good. Okay, as I missed. But, like, it's kind of good. Because I only have so many moves I can click, and especially on a Mon like Dyson, where right now all I was able to give it was powder moves, and I can really only use one of those on the given Mon at a time. Flash kind of still lets us move the battle forward a little bit, because we're actually able to, like, impact the stats. We're able to impact the other Mon, whereas the other powder moves, once we use one of them, we're just locked out. And that's why Dyson has been a little weaker than Ivysaur to utilize. However, yeah, Flash kind of, like, they're still weaker, but it definitely gives them at least something to work with. Because, yeah, having them miss moves is also big, because we're playing a war of attrition. So being able to make sure that these guys don't hit is big. Now, granted, like, they're still hitting there. Like, they... Okay, now, this is the last turn, so let's swap in Pixie. They're trying to do something. Ideally, they miss. They do. So, yeah, it's like, flash on any moves that aren't already 100% accurate is really good for us. Okay, that didn't get us a ton of XP, but we did see that Pidgey is available in there. Yeah, I don't know if it's more worthwhile to just go farm up on higher level ones. Okay, this one, I think it's just we gotta run. Because right now our only way to deal with them is Confuse Ray. Which, like, eventually we'll get there, but I think that one just takes way longer to try and do. Let's Sleep Powder this. And then we'll Huck a Ball. I don't think we get XP from catching in this either, right? Oh, wow, that was stupid. But yeah, if we get this, then we have a Fly... Ugh. That's gonna hurt. Okay. I mean, we live, so, like... I'm not that concerned about it. Let's save the Great Balls for something else. The thing's just a Pidgey. We're just gonna toss a Raw Ball. Alright, we tossed the Raw Ball, and it absolutely panned out for us. Okay, can I fit fast travel? Because this is what that thing is going to be now. Travel. Alright, sick. So we'll add that to the squad as well. I think there's actually a PC in there, so I probably could have done that. Alright, so now we have Fly. I could go back to the start of Rock Tunnel. Oh, we also do have Dojo. I don't know if we can beat Dojo with our squad right now. Like, we can actually... We could use Ivysaur the whole way through. And it wouldn't be terrible XP because we'll be under-leveled. But the thing is, I don't know if that whole dojo is just too strong. It very well might be too strong for us, because it's not... I don't think it's that much weaker than Sabrina's gym, so I think their level I think their levels might just be too high. We might get outsped too much to, like, not basically get farmed for money. What's to the right of here again? This one we can take... Oh, we can, we could go visit Koga. Like, we could make our way to that town and try and get some XP that way. Because there'd be new trainers over here. Or no, this is, I mean, yeah, this is the same thing. Did I fight you? I did not. Let's go. Okay. You and me, we're gonna fight. Hopefully you don't have anything that I can't deal with. Voltorb's not terrible for us. Okay, so we're gonna start with a poison powder on this guy. Okay, that got us nowhere. So we're pretty close in level, unfortunately. So I think we probably do have to bring Ivysaur in. Yeah, okay. Especially when they got a like they have Sonic Boom. So we cannot just sit here and play too passively with this guy. So we kind of do have to keep sleep powdering them. Because Voltorb is not an undealable issue, but it is kind of an issue. So we kind of have to, like, Leech Seed. Oh, I forgot I have Sweet Scent on this. Yeah, this is why Ivysaur is goated, because it has Sweet Scent as well. So we do this. We got a 1 guaranteed sleep turn. That was the second turn. The odds aren't super great of it sleeping. I wasn't trying to run. Pokemon. But now we need to put Pixie in so that they get the XP. But I think at this point, we're probably going to have the one tank that hits. It's thicker. It has more HP to like it can take 4 of the Sonic Booms, and it has Sleep Powder, so it's just able to sit better. At this point, it doesn't matter whether it's Dyson or it in here, but we really needed the Leech Seed to keep putting this thing to sleep, and I think we probably just start sweet scenting this thing so that the Sleep Powders are more likely to hit. We've already had to eat the XP issue. Like, it's already getting, like, the one's already having XP taken, so that is what it is. So we've reduced it. Yeah, it's not like we could have done anything about that anyway. We're faster, so Sleep Powder wouldn't be able to go off anyway. But we do chip away a little bit more at it. So we should ideally get this Sleep Powder off. That means we take no hits again. They have a guaranteed sleep turn here. I continue to lower their evasion so that if they wake up, Sleep Powder is once again more likely to just hit. Though we might... It might be... Well, it's not worth hitting Poison Powder because we're faster, so we might as well just keep producing evasion. And then we might just try and end it 1 turn faster with... Well, I don't know if it really matters, because if we do it, we sleep them. They do have an opportunity to wake up on the following turn. Yeah, I think so. With that, I think it's still worthwhile to sleep 1 EXP recovery so that we can try and get ourselves back up to full in case there's another one of these in the back. We want to get over... We want to get to, like, 81 again so that we can survive 4 hits of Sonic Boom. Not that 4 is, like, a magic number, but it just gives us more opportunities to survive. So we'll hit a Sweet Scent again. I don't think this is super relevant at this point. But we have to click a move. I don't know if it's worth swapping somebody in. So we can gamble on this turn because it's we have 81. So like 81 versus 86 is the same thing when it comes to Sonic Boom. Other than like Leech Seed recovery, because the math is a little different about whether or not we'll eventually get back up to it. But for now, we can take 4 hits. Whereas Pixie could only take 1 without dying. However, if we swap this in, now granted, we're probably only on 1 HP. We're taking a little bit of a gamble here because if Voltorb wakes up, which it doesn't, we go down to 17 health. It probably only has 1 HP, so we only get to 18. We're still dead to a Sonic Boom. But now, we can stay in on this next Voltorb. Right? We're in. Once again, we have to do the same thing with Voltorbs. It's just not... Sonic Boom just makes it way too tricky at these levels to try and win a war of attrition without just putting them to sleep. But unfortunately, by putting them to sleep, we are then not really able to do a lot of damage. Because our main alternative to Leech Seed is Poison Powder. Because Confuse Ray just isn't there right now. Until we can get Will-O-Wisp on Vulpix. Then that changes it, because then we can run Dyson and Vulpix together. Actually, that's not true, because we still need... That's a lie. Because the burn still wouldn't matter. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the damage of Sonic Boom. So yeah, so right now with Voltorbs and Sonic Boom, it's Leech Seed or Confuse Ray. And Confuse Ray is so much less consistent and requires so much setup. because we will have to set it up at least probably twice. Like, that's at a minimum. It will break out of confusion probably once with just how long it takes for that to tick down. Whereas Leech Seed, we set it up once and we can keep putting the thing to sleep, and then because we can keep it asleep for so long, we pretty much recover all the health that it does even from one Sonic Boom. But right now, that requires Ivysaur to be in. It's choosing to use Tackle, which is a little odd considering that isn't the best move. It honestly should just be Sonic Booming me the whole time. Now, granted, obviously I said Confuse Ray is a little wonky. We're still Sleep Powdering them all the time. The reason that's a little better is Sleep Powder is guaranteed, well, at least minimum 1 turn. Whereas technically Confuse Ray, they might just keep hitting the entire time. There is no guarantees. No guarantees with it. Now, with all these Sweet Scents, we are able to pretty much guarantee our Confuse Rays would probably hit every couple, at least if we did it twice, we're probably going to hit unless we're getting really bad RNG. The issue is they're kind of fragile on Zubat. And it's not, yeah, they could just never roll Confused. They could go through a turn of never being confused and we just get wiped. Which, I mean, technically, you know, that's also just really bad RNG. But we've definitely had it where it takes an awful long time for them to actually knock themselves out because they hit it once, go like 2 turns without hitting it and deal damage to you. The Leech Seed at least recovers the damage, so even if they wake up like right now and they choose to charge, but even if they woke up, hit us with Sonic Boom, we probably don't fully recover with the HP they have left, but we can probably get back above 80. Which, like I said, every interval of 20 is really big for Sonic Booms. If we see Dragon Rage, we're just done. Like, this actually is the only out with Dragon Rage because Ivysaur is the only one that can tank more than 1 hit on the team right now. That was a waste of a Sleep Powder, but this should take out the Voltorb. I should really check what these guys have, because if he has another Voltorb, I mean, it's not going to be super relevant, but it's kind of going to be the same verse, just like the first. Probably should have, on that turn, done the Vulpix switch again. But that is what it is. This is a Coughing. So we have to Leech Seed or Confuse Ray. We don't even have an out this time to try and do an alternate strategy. Because we can't even Poison Powder them. Unlike the Voltorbs, where we could have tried with Dyson to Poison Powder, flash, and just hope these things constantly miss. We cannot poison a poison type. So Dyson's just kind of on the sidelines. I mean, like, we could bring them in to try and like flash them and reduce their accuracy. But I think we just had to Leech Seed here. Alright, we got them asleep. Let's bring it in Pixie again. Just to give them a turn. Ideally, Coughing doesn't wake up. So the thing is, this thing is asleep. One of the funny options is we have Roar, but that doesn't actually do anything because Leech Seed, the thing that's doing damage to them, will disappear if we switch them out. If this was doubles, I would almost be tempted to try and Roar. Because what we could do if we had this guy also on the field is we could attempt to try and sleep. They basically sleep their entire team and then be able to keep Leech Seeding them. I think it's probably a Coughing in the back, but I'm gonna bring out Dyson just for some HP recovery on them. Because at this point, they could just they can Sleep Powder as well. I actually don't know the speed ties on this. Okay, so I am faster. So the answer right now is always just hit Flash. And like, Flash on Dyson is a little bit of a budget Sweet Scent in that it doesn't actually increase our likelihood of sleep powder working, but what it does do is decrease the likelihood of when this thing wakes up that it hits us, and it hit us anyway. It's really budget because it's like it decreases their accuracy. However, it doesn't increase ours, so we could absolutely miss. But it makes it so that they are less likely to hit us, which gives us more free turns to have those misses happen and not get punished. So they're pseudo bonus sleep turns. You know what I mean? It's like, well, we missed sleep powder, but if we flash them enough, it doesn't really matter because they're still going to hit us. So, and maybe not a Sweet Scent. It's like budget paralysis. It's paralysis on a budget. So we can still sleep powder, or in instances where we poison powder them instead deal damage. It's almost like paralyzing them because we're getting better RNG on an accuracy check, which is good. It's not quite paralyzed because that's obviously like the roll is different in how that's calculated, but still. And then we do that. But like, yeah, Sweet Scent in this is honestly goated because a lot of the moves I have to use for this to work are not 100% accurate. A Magnemite, eh? I also cannot poison you, eh? So we'll put you in. Like, once again, the issue is we could confuse rate, but that just takes so long. Like, Leech is just faster because its accuracy is slightly better than what we have. Although I think we have the better, more accurate confusion now. But it's always going to deal damage. Whereas confusion is not necessarily. Now, confusion has the potential to deal a greater amount of damage when it hits because it's based on the attack stat of the Pokemon that we are confused. However, some Pokemon also have awful attack stats, so it doesn't actually do anything. See Oddish, whenever we've had to do that with them. Like, Oddish are terrible. They've taken forever. That's really why we need the Vulpix for consistent damage, so that in this next gym, we can burn and then use our ability to confuse them. And then we win. Because we can burn, so we're consistently dealing damage to them. And then if we can confuse them. So, like, I'm picturing a lead of Ivysaur, Sweet Scent, like maybe 2 to 3 Sweet Scents. A swap into a Vulpix to burn with higher accuracy. And then it will also have the ability to confuse them. So this thing also will have Sonic Boom. Yeah, we might need to actually... This one's taking a while. As much as I've complained about how long it will take, we might have to do some switch training with Confuse Ray on the Zubat. I don't think this is the trainer, because Sonic Boom is just too terrifying. Sonic Boom just deals too much damage for it to be worthwhile to risk that. But trainers that don't have kind of busted moves, like obviously Sonic Boom, like late game kind of sucks because 20 consistent damage is not great. But right now, because we're in a war of attrition, where we're only dealing 1/8 of their health, and they can deal 20 damage, which right now is a quarter of ours, they're winning that fight. Like, they will take it down much faster unless we have other means of intervening. Because I can't even poison them. Right now, we could... Maybe the confusion could go off, but the Zubat is so fragile. It's so fragile that it's not worth the risk. But yeah, if we can level it up a bit so it's a Golbat instead, get some extra stats, as well as we just need to get some more levels so that both of them are functional in the next gym. And yeah, that Thundershock also would have been bad. I'm not reminded, like, this was an entirely electric trainer except for the coffin, right? So that also means that it probably would have been... I have to check, because I feel like Voltorb doesn't actually get that many electric moves. Yeah, like, Gen 3 learn sets. And anything before Gen 4 for learn sets is kind of bad. Like, by today's standards. Like, if you look at the standards for what we have on Pokemon today. Okay, yeah. See, we needed that. Vulpix was already in here, right? I hope so. Pixie, yeah, Pixie gained some XP. So they are 16. They're one level. So we're one level off of being able to just have Pixie go in and start trying to win fights. But that took fighting that trainer entirely. Let's go heal. We'll go fight the other guy. If I can get Pixie to 17, then I can start leading them in fights because they can actually be the one set up to do damage. So yeah, we have to... Actually, no, we just have to beat Rocket Base to get Haunters, don't we? It's not Silphco, it's just Rocket Base. Can we beat Rocket Base right now? Maybe. I don't think they have anything that we don't have an answer for. Let me just get Pixie to 17 so that it has the ability to burn them. Yeah, if I can get them to at least 17 so that we have that out as well, I think then maybe we go challenge Rocket Base. Let's just... Alright, now the question is, can I get away with not bringing Ivysaur in on this one? Oh my gosh, they hit the Hypnosis. That is rough. Alright, but we can sit here. I mean, we aren't going to heal, which is a minor issue because I think they win a War of Attrition again. Maybe not. Oh, and we got the wake up. Earliest wake up we could have got. Yeah, if I can get their X3 down so I can actually swap Vulpix in. Whoa, twice. 2 Hypnosis. That goes crazy. I guess that's fair because I got the early wake up, but still. I mean, I guess the bright side is by them hypnosising, they're taking turns off, right? Okay, let me go for a bubble. That's negligible damage. And they're still poisoned. So that's kind of fine for us. I'm just going to keep hitting Flash until we're kind of one turn away. And then I'll swap Pixie in. Because they're still hitting through the... I think we've done 2 Flashes maybe? I think we've actually hit 2. Oh, if they want to go for... Yeah, if they want to go for double slap instead, I actually am okay with that, because I think I take that better. Am I swapping? They're hit by poison. So they have... I want to say one more turn. They went for double slap. I feel like they're just going kind of random with their moves right now. So as long as they don't use a water move. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, crit killed there. Okay, Dyson, get your butt back out there. Are we still asleep? Okay, they went for a bubble because they just saw the finish. So Pixie's a little risky to swap in. So let me see. Okay, yeah. So I think what we do here is they're gonna bubble again or use some sort of water type attack. We put Pixie in right off the bat. I'm actually thinking it's maybe a Zuzu play. Oh my, their luck is crazy. Oh, thank gosh, Supersonic is a real move that I have access to. Okay, so that was our guaranteed sleep turn. And I clicked the right move. Okay, double slap. We miss. We woke up. Do we hit? We did not hit either. Okay. We may have to whip out the Ivysaur at some point on this one. But, oh my gosh, there's no way. They don't miss. 60 accuracy move, by the way. Okay, I need to hit my own sleep here. I need to hit my own sleep so I can honestly just set up some flashes on this guy. Yeah, they were hitting the Hypnosis through at least one flash, too. I think we had 2 flash. Like, they were still hitting it. That's crazy. Okay, I wake up. Do I hit? Okay, I do. Yeah, I think we actually need to set up flash on this thing so that, like, I stop getting hit by this hypnosis nonsense. Okay, so we're let's get this accuracy down as low as possible. Because this gives us the opportunity to set up their accuracy drops, and then we poison powder once they're awake. Okay, we missed that last one, but I think they're at -3 accuracy, right? And they're still hitting. Still hitting. Okay. Okay, so we poison powder. We hit them with the flash again. They're going for the hypno. They're still thinking they can hit that. Okay. That's at least -3. I think that's -4. They still hit it? They are crazy with it. I might need to just sleep this guy again so that I could get them down to -6, but I don't even know if it I don't even think it would have mattered. They just hit through it. Stop counting. Oh my gosh. They just be hitting through it. Alright, I think in order to save the XP on this guy, we swap in Zuzu. It's gonna hurt. Okay, that did that. Hey, see if we can hit this. Bubble's gonna hurt. Is it doing enough to take us out? It doesn't. Okay, we miss. Okay, we cannot risk Bubble again, unfortunately. We can't risk another attack from this mon. Pixie can't even live that. Money is not really worth leveling up. Does Money have to be in the fight for pickup to work? I can't remember. Okay, yeah, you finally missed one, eh? So we just hit the sweet scent button. We can't do anything else to them. Leech seeding feels kind of pointless. Like the damage we are over leveled. We are a starter stats. There is absolutely no reason for us to like ever be worried about how much damage that's gonna do. So I think it's a Pixie swap here. And then we put the 1 back in. Because I think the 1 takes whatever water type. Because this is going to bait a water. It goes for double slap. 1, thanks, because your accuracy was terrible. And 2, that's kind of crazy to me. You had a fire type sitting there. Does this thing not have a water move or something? You had a fire type sitting there under half itself, and you thought double slap was all you needed. The calc might. This thing must have like such good attack stat that the calc's like, yeah, you still get this. But the accuracy difference, like, I'm sure it kills with a water move. Somehow double slap must do more damage. Okay. Now we sweet scent. We could toss Dyson back in here and have them gain XP, but I don't really know if it's worth sharing the XP again. I think it might be Sleep Powder. If we're going to split it, we probably split it with Zuzu. We kind of do need both to level up, but Dyson's just a worse the 1. So when we start getting lower, when we start getting higher up, and we're gonna need Pixie for burn stuff. We're gonna need Dyson for, or not Dyson. We're gonna need the 1 to cover what it does. We're gonna need to compress some rolls. Now, granted, the 1 can pretty much compress what Zuzu does, because right now it's just here for confusing stuff with Supersonic, which is not super accurate. And we will get Confuse Ray on Pixie as well. So those 2 kind of compress the roll. And then I'm picturing some Mons with like a super fast Mons with Destiny Bond. So we're probably going to try and get some Haunters with decent IVs. And see if we can outspeed Destiny Bond some Mons. But yeah, I don't think anybody beside. I think we really just got to focus on leveling up Pixie and keeping the 1 on the team, and then we're kind of have to swap between things from here. But okay, I was about to say, how are they hitting that? But I actually haven't been flashing them, so that's actually fair. That's fair. You know what? Fair. Anyway. I mean, yeah, there's nothing else to do. We're kind of just sitting here. We have them poisoned. We have them leech seeded. We're not gonna add anything else to this. This is our best mix of things we can really be doing. The only thing we could add is like confusion on top of it, which eventually we will be looking to do. Yeah, and then Pixie won't really be able to compress rolls when it comes to Blaine. And the issue is the 1's also kind of weak to Blaine. So I think that's really just going to be Destiny Bond nonsense. Alright, let's go heal up. Because once again, anything the 1 is weak to, so is Dyson. So like Dyson has no benefits that the 1 doesn't, really. The difference is 1 has Flash and 1 has Sweet Scent. But I think the fact that the 1 has Leech Seed, even if you want to, I don't care how you want to argue it, and I'd argue Sweet Scent might be better right now considering the accuracy levels I need on some of these moves. But Leech Seed just trumps anything. Like, Leech Seed is the best one because it's healing and it's damaging at the same time. And like we have nothing else like that. Like that is how we're winning these wars of attrition at times. I think we're leading Dyson again. Right? Oh, well, that's a really bad lead, because Dyson can't do nothing here. Alright, we're sleep powder. Did we not level up Pixie yet? That's really disappointing. I was really hoping those Poliwhirls were going to get us there. We're Flash. Never mind. Not going to work. This thing wakes up instantly, because of course it does. It uses Smog. I mean, the upside is, like, yeah, it's super effective, but we can't be poisoned. Is it not super effective? Okay, we hit Flash. Yeah, that is the upside to these grass poison types, is we ourselves cannot be poisoned, which really helps us win these wars of attrition. Yeah, I'm just gonna... The issue is we're still gonna need to figure out a way to do damage. And I said, like, Zuzu's kind of our answer for that, but I don't know if it's worth doing it, because I think we're just gonna roll Compress with Pixie, and oh my gosh, they crit. Alright, let's see if I can get a sleep off here to try and get a clean switch in. I really hate overleveling, but... everything else just takes so long without using the one. And we just have to get... until we can get Pixie to... it's like... it gets ideally 2 moves, but really 1. Like, it's... we have to get Will-O-Wisp. We probably, honestly... we probably need Confuse Ray. It needs to have something that can hit a fire type. Things like that are going to come up. We need to be able to do it. Unfortunately, that means level 21, which is a long way to go. So I think we Sleep Powder, we throw Pixie in with this. And then... maybe we should have reduced its evasion. Maybe we should have got the evasion reduction. We had a miss there. Okay. I think it's fine. I think we just full heal. But yeah, if we can get this thing Sleep Powdered, we swap Pixie in, it gets some XP. If I can get Will-O-Wisp on it, that'll be really good, because then Pixie can potentially just try and farm all the XP itself to get to Confuse Ray. We have to see, how close are we? We're decently close. I don't know if we get it on this mon. If we did, that would be good. Especially considering that it's using Poison type, which is like all physical attacks, and the burn will have that. So Pixie might actually be able to just like stay in. But yeah, I can reduce this thing's defense. That's not super helpful right now. Yeah, I'm just trying to see what else Pixie gets. So we only get like... I mean, we could go to level 25 with this thing and get Imprison. Like, like, Disable would be good, but that's an egg move, unfortunately. Sub wouldn't be bad, honestly, but that's Move Tutor. That's kind of too difficult to get. What does Ninetales get in this gen? Is there actually anything... like, I think it gets Flamethrower, like, way later. Oh, no, it doesn't even get Flamethrower. It gets Fire Spin. Now, granted, it does get Confuse Ray at level 1. But we don't have a way of reminding it. Oh, actually, and that's Ruby. I mean, same thing in this one, apparently. Same thing in this one. It also gets Safeguard at level 1. So, yeah, if we evolve... I can't remember how it works, but I feel like the move reminder isn't till, like, post... it's, like, post Blaine, right? And then we still would have to do all the Sevi Isles before we could leave. And I feel like that's just adding so much extra content that I don't need to be doing to actually complete this. Alright, so this thing's gonna go down. I think we wait and see. If Pixie gets to 17, I think we bring them back in and see if we can use Will-O-Wisp to get our way there. I think, unfortunately, we're probably still gonna have to bring Ivysaur into Leech Seed to have it heal. But we can definitely get by with just 2. And Pixie didn't even get the level, so... we're gonna leave the 1 in so it can Leech Seed and Sleep Powder, and then we'll just swap Pixie back in. I'm thinking after this one we should be able to get Pixie to the level that it needs for Will-O-Wisp. So we get Sleep Powder off, they take a turn off, we're gonna swap Pixie back in. Pixie will get XP, we'll have the 1 just kind of keep helping it farm it. And then... oh my gosh, we were right on the cusp. Yeah, we were right there, eh? Yeah, if we hadn't been splitting XP with some of the other ones in that other fight, we would have been there. So, yeah, next coughing, we'll see if we can, like, Will-O-Wisp our way through it. My gut check says probably not. You know what I mean? Like, it seems very unlikely. I just don't think it damages fast enough, even with having the... yeah, I feel like even with having the ability to like have it, I think it's probably still gonna be faster for it to probably still gonna be faster for them to actually... Okay, we'll Sleep Powder this again. Yeah, I think probably then it's still gonna be... I mean, like, sure, yeah. Oh, cool. I can, Pixie's been in this, right? I'm pretty sure. But you know what? Let's just make sure. And then we'll just hit Tail Whip for a turn. Gosh, the urge to quick attack. Okay, so now we level up. Will-O-Wisp should be an option. Let's go. Yeah, let's delete. Let's start clearing out moves we don't want. So I think we keep Roar and we keep Tail Whip, mostly because then I can't mess it up. I think we drop Ember. And then we'll change out Confuse Ray for or change out quick attack to get it can be confuse ray, and then that'll be then we don't have any moves on this that it can actually. Let's leave this in. I don't think we win this, but I completely forgot that was the animation for Will-O-Wisp. Somehow that's like better than some of the modern ones. Honestly. Yeah, okay, we definitely don't. So that did a quarter of our health. I think we're only doing an 8. And that's that is having its physical attack. So if it crits through it, it's worse. I think crit still works through that. Let me see. So what do you have? I should have checked you before the last fight. What do you have as an item? Where does it? Does not say in here. Hey, cool. Trainer memo. Where I met them. It can pick up items. Cool, knew that. Anyway, okay. We'll find out later what the mystery mouse control is. Yeah, I think we now we Leech Seed. Actually, we could have Zuzu'd into this. Yeah, okay, it's reducing accuracy, which is fine. So if it just keeps minimizing, then we could have stayed in, but I don't think the odds of it just keep minimizing were good. Yeah, okay, look at what that sludge did to us. Our higher level Mon with the thing being half because it crit. I feel completely justified because I think Pixie might have died. I don't know. I actually don't know if it would have. It might not have. But, oh my gosh, they got disable. Okay. I can't sleep you now because of I have burned you. But now we do have burn access. Okay, you are probably very hard to hit. I have Leech Seeded you and burned you now, though, so it really doesn't matter. So, let's... I swear that does more than 1/8, but maybe, maybe not. Maybe this thing just has, like, no health. So, let's swap Pixie back in. I'm now just curious. We're at 31. How much does Sludge do? Oh, okay, yeah, crit absolutely killed us. I should not. You know what? Why did I test this? I'm trying to get levels on this girl. Okay, it dies next turn, but so do we. I think we need to make sure all the XP goes to Pixie that we can get. We just need the one to tank the damage because it has already been in. That is fine. Disable doesn't matter. So we could have stayed in. I mean, it doesn't matter. This guy was already in. It's not like we were saving XP. Okay, we did not get to level 18. Okay. So, I'm thinking, which is a dangerous thing to say. Worst case, we technically have Will-O-Wisp now, so we can kinda just use this thing. But, we would like to get to level 21. So, we need this thing to gain 3 levels. And we do have access to the daycare. We could try and buy the 3 levels. The thing is, I'm gonna then stick it back in and try and level that thing down. Oh, heck. So I think we kind of continue making our way back across here. I don't know if we'll get to level 21 making our way back across or not. Oh, and Dyson's in the lead again, so we're splitting XP at least 3 ways ago. Yeah, I gotta fix that lead. Yeah, here's a Grimer. Cause I think we can try leading Pixie. So I'm thinking what we do here is we see if we can hit a sweet scent or a sleep powder. Use this for a sweet switch into Ivysaur. We're gonna sweet scent the heck out of it. And then... because I can't put the burn on it anyway. And then we'll Leech Seed. And then we'll bring in Pixie. And then I think we have Pixie take the lead on the next one. Pixie will Will-O-Wisp, ideally, depending on what it is. So let's just Sweet Scent the heck out of this guy. So that even if they start minimizing, we have really reduced their evasion already. So that they do it on the turn that we switch into Pixie, it's fine. So yeah, we have them at -3. They're waking up. Are they going to hit the minimize? They do. Kind of anticipated this. Okay, I'm going to attempt to offset this. Because I don't think our health is like super relevant. Although I could be wrong. The sludge did do a lot, but it was a crit. Yeah, so we basically just went net neutral on that one. So they're still just -2. We need them to take a turn off of minimizing. Okay, they have used Disable. That is fair play. Now we hit the Leech Seed. Okay, they minimize again, which is kind of annoying for the Will-O-Wisp we're going to try and do. Okay, I'm not disabled anymore, eh? Can I just put this... can I just lock this guy into just keeping trying to minimize? So... they're... back to minus... no, I had them at -3. Then they reset themselves to -2. So now I have them at -3 again. So I think they're at -3, right? So I think we can take the turn off. Even if they minimize twice, they're still below their average evasion. Aha, and they went for the disable. So we're gonna get some chip damaging with Leech Seed. Now we burn them. Nice. So this will have their attack and start doing chip damage as well. They go for Harden, which is completely irrelevant because we are not dealing damage on that axis at all. So they get Leech Seeded, they get the burn. So I'm actually... I low-key kind of want to roar here. This will reset everything that we've done except the burning. This guy only got 1 Mon. Did I just miss the fact that this thing only has 1 Mon or something? I mean, low-key, I can kind of just keep roaring, though, and keep Pixie in. Do they not have a... they gotta have a... so they've hardened, they've minimized. Yeah, they use Sludge. I was like, did they not have a damage move? Oh, I don't... it just failed. Okay. Oh, man, and we hit that. Okay, hear me out. He has only 1 damaging move on these guys. Can we just... yeah, so unfortunately, I guess until that one of them fainted, we didn't get a reset on who fought them. Oh, wait, do we? Wait, because they were different... wait, does that work how I wanted it to work? Did Pixie just get all the XP by doing that? That actually goes kind of hard. Now, unfortunately, I got nothing. I have already burned this guy now, so... best we can do is, like, roar and have it fail. Oh, wait. Let's see if we can trick this thing into disabling the Will-O-Wisp. Because I think it disables that. Okay. Not that it matters, because both Roar and Will-O-Wisp don't do anything. Okay, it did use Sludge. A little scary. Okay, that did do over half our health. Okay, we cannot keep playing with this thing. I don't think I have to go into the 1 here on this. Is there a benefit to using anybody else in this fight? I think the only one is maybe Zuzu, just to have a second confusion person for the next fight. Like, I think if I have to split the XP, this is slightly better for me than splitting it with Ivysaur, who doesn't really need levels right now. I mean, eventually they will. That's the thing. Like, we are limited in the amount of XP we can get this way. It might be better to just have them... I think it has no attack. Well, I guess I have its attack, didn't I? The burn kind of counteracts that one. Okay, I think I can live... Because I'm poison too, right? So, I can live 1. If you hit yourself again, that'd be pretty sick. Nice. I think burn kills here. Oh, it just lives. Okay. Yeah, it's already confused. That's whatever. It doesn't really matter if you hit yourself or not. Okay, you did, which is pretty sick. Okay. So we split EXP. You both get a bit. Okay, we have a whole... There is a whole gambit we can run through over there. So we have a level 18 Vulpix now. We have 4 more levels to go. It might honestly... I think it probably... It probably is faster. It's maybe not the best resource management. I think we just gotta go try and pick up 2 levels at the daycare. So let's go do that. Let's go do that. We'll use the EXP that we can gain from those other guys to get us all the way up to... We'll use that to make sure we can get the level to get to 21. And then after that, we shall see what we decide to do. We gotta get enough levels to get to 21. We can evolve then, but I think we just stay at Vulpix until we wanna... Wait. I forgot Monarch was in there. Monarch is just better Zubat, aren't they? Well, I don't think we need you. I think your only benefit was you had Poison Point. What item do you have on you, Meowth? By the way. A Pipia. That actually goes kind of hard on a Leech Seed. Sure. Let's store Pixie. What level is okay, Monarch was still in the 20s. Okay, we didn't accidentally go like crazy with it and have Monarch go crazy high. Okay, we made it to 25, which is not bad. What is your moveset again? You have Supersonic with Compound Eyes, Sleep Powder, Poison Powder, and Whirlwind. Okay, you are like low-key a backup for Pixie. You're a way better Zubat. I don't think... I think the only move we maybe take off is Whirlwind. Okay. We have 2 levels to go here. There's no shot that running back and forth on this underground path once. I don't think Vulpix's XP curve is that small. I could be very wrong. I may get punished by this. Granted, if we really need confusion now, we do have Compound Eyes Butterfree, which is just almost as, like, its supersonic is almost Confuse Ray level. I also kind of like that it has Whirlwind. Once again, if we can get, like, rocks between a Roar and a Whirlwind, we might be able to do something with that. Especially now that we have both burn and poison options. Oh, I can take all the damage. I just can only deal it. So but I'm definitely taking emotional damage trying to do this. Okay, it has not gained any levels yet. We can keep running back and forth here. How are you doing tonight, Not Magic? I'm doing pretty well. I had a fun day out with some friends, and now I am bashing my head against the wall in this Pokemon challenge to end my night. Because for some reason I thought, yeah, this is a great idea to try and do on the Switch hardware rather than elsewhere. Yes. No, it's like, oh, I know it's possible, and it's honestly just a lot of math to, like, make it work, but it is tedious. It is a war of attrition out here trying to win these fights. You know what? I'm at that point as well. I haven't actually done a Kaizo run, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do a Kaizo run, and I'm kind of wishing I had taken up Kaizo, because at least when I die quickly, you know, you die quick. This one is, you're just a slugfest. The Kaizo, you're just constantly moving it. It seems like, anyway, from what I've watched. So I think the next thing we will be doing is try out a Fire Red Kaizo. It'll be Fire Red, or I think they have Platinum, don't they? And I really do like the Platinum games. Platinum is probably my favorite Pokemon one, so I might do that one instead. But there's something about the fact I think Fire Red was the first one to maybe do that instead. We'll see. We'll see. Alright. Has he gained any levels? I just need this thing to gain 2 levels so that I can get Confuse Ray. Also very annoying that I have to run up this hill and then run into it. Okay, slow down. Oh yeah, I have no idea if I'm going to be any good at it, but... Okay, it's only grown by 1. We can keep going back and forth. No, I'm not paying you yet. You tried Emerald. I do like Emerald as well, but... Yeah, in terms of, like, map, I would want to do Platinum, because I know Platinum's map the best. Emerald's map, I'm always lost in its Victory Road. Not that I think I'm going to get there anytime soon. That's just the thing that happens whenever I do Nuzlocke races with my friends in Emerald. Because we do a lot of that one, because there's a lot of mods available for that to broaden the pool. Oh my god, yes. Windmill Slam, I'm buying that if they drop Emerald. Honestly, even if they drop Sapphire, I'll probably buy it. That was like my first... I think that was my first console video game ever, was Pokemon Sapphire. I got Pokemon Sapphire and Yu-Gi-Oh! And the Forbidden Cards for Christmas one time. But yeah, if they drop even just like Sapphire, Ruby, I will buy Sapphire as well. But I would absolutely love Emerald, because it is clearly the better version of those. So, yeah, I don't know why they don't do it. Yeah, the Battle Frontier, just next level. It was next level stuff. I don't know why they haven't dropped it yet, because it's like free money, and they have it. and they're just choosing not to do it. All right, let me just check in case like it was really close to the second level, because I don't want to go up 3. Yeah, the Battle Frontier, so good. Like I said, I played a lot more the Platinum games because I didn't have Emerald growing up. I had just Sapphire. But I have played it since, and that was very good. And I enjoyed the Platinum Battle Frontier as well. I don't know, I really wish they... Come on, say 2. Let's go. Okay, that's what we needed. Yeah, I don't know why they... Well, I kind of know why they stopped doing it. Yeah, because there was like... There's content that we can't access now. Which is so annoying. Because there was actually connected content between the Game Boy games and Gale of Darkness XD. But now it's like, okay, well, it doesn't exist now, even though they're both on the Switch hardware, like we've made it so they both run on it. But nope, you cannot connect it. Yeah, like there's special ones and they're just lost. Like they're just like, you either have to, the only way you're getting them is not through legitimate methods, which they hate, or you pay an arm and a leg to pay for the really old console releases that Nintendo and the Pokemon Company don't even make a profit with. Like they don't even benefit. Like I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. But anyway, it's like I'm waiting for them to like give some weird DLC option that you can pay that does not take it off of the virtual console, but somehow then connects it so that you can like access those. I am waiting for them to somehow charge us money for the ability to do that. I just don't put it past them at this point. All right, we lead Vulpix here. Yeah, we can Will-O-Wisp. Let's just see. This is a last. I feel like you're gonna have grass poisons, right? Yeah, I don't know. They're so weird. They don't. Oh my gosh. Okay, this thing has so many mons. They don't want you to do anything not legitimate, but they also don't want to give you the option on modern hardware to access these things. Yeah, I'm not. I don't know. I'm not a programming guy, so I can't speak. I do not know why it takes them so long, but they are absolutely not quick on the draw on that one. Oh no, not my Meowth. This thing's just here to make money. Yeah, they are not quick on the draw. Okay, well, 2 can play this game. Okay, apparently you didn't want to play this game. Okay, this thing is probably faster. Oh yeah, it has quick attack priority, right? Pokemon Crystal on Virtual Console, and I duplicated the Gyarados and had a bunch on my Switch. Was that like the 3DS Virtual Console? I think we need to just get some Leech Seed in here so we can actually keep Pixie alive. Yeah. Hyper Fang! Oh. Alright, we're good. Yeah, Yeah, that's the other thing. They have upgraded a lot of these games already, especially like they had the old Game Boy games on that 3DS Virtual Console, which I feel like I know the Switch and now the Switch 2 is like much more upgraded than those 3DSs supposedly in terms of hardware. But you've clearly moved the ability to run those Game Boy type games far enough in advance that they at least worked on that hardware, right? So we should be able to just move them on to the Switch easier. Like you've clearly done some sort of upgrade on them already. And then in terms of yeah, so like in terms of Virtual Console, and we had Pokemon Home, and I believe those all connected into Home. And I feel like the way you program for Pokemon, or not Pokemon Home, you had Pokemon Bank. And I feel like the way Pokemon Bank was probably programmed cannot be that vastly different from Home. So connecting the Game Boy games, it's not an issue of it's a Game Boy game into this. They have the knowledge somewhere along the way. They have the technology. They're Nintendo. They're the Pokemon company. They have these things. This is known. Yeah. Can't sleep, eh? Yeah, it's super effective, but it does nothing. Let's get a Leech Seed off. I can't sleep them, unfortunately, to make a clean switch into Pixie on this, but... yeah, that still did a lot. It did a lot. I mean, it's super effective, but Pixie doesn't have a lot of health, and they're the whole reason we're here, because we just need them to level up one more time. I need them to level up one more time, and then I think I can just, like, toss them in there, level them up as much as I can. Oh, thanks for following. Following, not magic. Do we think we can heal enough to stay in on this Pidgey? Let's find out. Let's gamble. Oh, nice. It went for Santac. I have to swap out Vulpix now because its accuracy is going to drop like a rock, but... okay, we're like half-ish health. Alright, I think we use this thing to try and heal Pixie up all the way by sleeping it and then Leech Seeding it. That's probably the wrong order, but anyway. Yeah, now we sleep. We'll get 1 turn guaranteed of sleep powder. We try and get some health back into Pixie, and then we use Will-O-Wisp to try and finish this thing off, if there's any health left on it. So I am waiting. So many of these losses have had like Oddishes and stuff that is literally the whole reason I picked up this Vulpix. Is I need an out to those guys. Okay, they are asleep. I get free turn here. It might have been worth Sweet Scenting a little bit to increase the accuracy on the Will-O-Wisp. But... yeah, and we're faster, so we're probably going to burn some Will-O-Wisp XP. I got to do something. I can't roar because I want to keep them in for the Leech Seed. Oh, of course. Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course. Why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it? Because the Leech Seed will only bring us neutral on that. Yeah. Okay, so we have to get the Will-O-Wisp off to make this worthwhile. Now this thing could hit us with Peck, right? And that'll do some damage. The poison will take us down more. And then Leech Seed will only bring us back up where we went down from poison. Do I have an antidote? I do. Okay, nice. I might need more of these for the fight coming up, but... Uh-oh. Don't count. Stop counting. Okay, stop counting. We're good. Okay, what am I doing now? Let's just Tail Whip, because I think Leech Seed procs first before Burn. We really did not gain that much health on this, though. I think we still went on a net loss. I think we still net lost health. Yeah, I think we gotta try and set this up again to actually gain back some health. The upside, we won't get poisoned this time. I don't think, anyway. Alright, so we're Leech Seed. We Leech Seed here. And then we Sleep Powder. Oh. I now realize Not Magic was also on both Twitch and YouTube. So hello on both. And also hi, Juwan. I'm realizing I did not have the thing set up to show me both chats. I can now see both chats though. Okay, we swap out here. Did I miss you? I did. Juwan was here like factually 5 minutes ago. Now I think we just hit Will-O-Wisp in case it wakes up. It woke up. Let's go. It's actually kind of good for us. My attack stat is irrelevant to this. Okay. Please heal. Okay, you already burned. That's fine. Yeah, I need like a protect or something to actually be able to effectively heal during this. Because Payday hits me for 6. I don't think Leech Seed really heals us up any more than 6, does it? Probably not this turn anyway. Yeah, we only healed up by 5. So we actually... So we did take this thing down. We're just over half health. Okay, and they're coming out with a Pikachu. So I was real afraid of... Oh my gosh, that did so much. I was very afraid we were going to end up with like a grass poison, which I am very limited in my ability to deal with, and that's the whole reason Pixie's here for this next gym. Let's see. Monarch, I think it's bug flying, so this isn't like a great matchup. But if we hit Supersonic... Yeah, this thing's just quick attacking, which is fine. If it doesn't have an electric type move, we are fine with that. So I can actually just hit Whirlwind constantly now because she has no other mons to come out. And it will fail, but it lets us just burn turns. Yeah, so we get burn. We're literally burning turns. We have burn on them. Okay, your evasion does not matter to me at this point. Well, it does a little bit if I have to confuse you again. But, are you still confused? Okay, apparently it is. I just swore I didn't see it proc last time. Okay, well now it broke out. Okay, so apparently we were speed tied. Oh no, it was quick attacking. That's why it was getting to go first. It's like, man, this Pikachu's fast. It was not that fast. It just was quick attacking. Yeah, I mean, you got a bunch of double teamers off, right? So, makes sense. But anyway, we got that with... Pixie is still only like halfway to 21. Right? Halfway to 21 and too weak to probably take into the next fight. Yeah, so we're like halfway. If we take on 1 to 2, probably have to take on 2 more. Should have probably left. Who would I leave? I don't want to leave Ivysaur because they don't need levels that bad, and 2, I probably could have put Monarch back in there. Yeah, I think we just gotta battle 1, maybe 2 more. And then we'll take Pixie back and we'll just level them as high as we can get. Did I get a pickup off of Meowth? Just check that before we move on. Did not. Okay. If I take the Rossberry off of Vulpix, but I don't think there's any way we can actually be burned, considering we have Flash Fire and we're a Fire type. Okay, and this one has less Mons this time, so I don't think... Alright, we get that Will-O-Wisp off. Okay, can I... They go for Growl, that's fine with me. So we just roar. Okay. We drag out another Meowth. This Meowth will be faster again. It does go on the offensive. That does a lot, honestly. It does a Growl attack as well. We do a Roar attack. Oh, nice. We got the third Meowth. Don't think this kills. It comes awful close, though. It comes awful close. Okay, we cannot afford to... Cannot afford to play around with this too much. Do I have... I have no potions. That's a fun fact. What do I got in the berry pouch? Nothing. Okay. Okay, well, we can't do the sleep trick this time. So, I think we need to, at least on one of these guys, set up a Leech Seed. So, I think what we're going to do here is on one, we Leech Seed. So, I think what we probably should have done, in retrospect, instead of burn with the Vulpix, we should have used poison moves. Alright, and then, so we have the Leech Seed on. We're not going to swap into this. We're going to flash it twice and see if we can swap the Vulpix. It's too risky to swap Vulpix in, right? Yeah, I don't think we can flash this thing enough to in time. Okay, let's do this. We'll do that, we'll do this. I think we maybe needed to seed this thing first. Yeah, I think we're splitting the XP too much. I don't think there's a way to save this. I think what we need to do on a future fight is... Butterfree has poison powder, right? Or is it stun spore? I think it's poison. I'll double check. Because if it's got poison, I think we poison whirlwind, poison whirlwind, poison whirlwind. Set up a leech seed and then bring Vulpix in. And then we can do the Vulpix roar thing. So yeah, we're bringing Vulpix in so that it gets the XP in this first round. So I think that's a plan, but I think Vulpix is too fragile right now without self-healing to be able to sit like we need it to. Yeah, so yeah, we have poison powder and we have whirlwind. So I think we poison powder them, whirlwind them, poison powder them, whirlwind them, poison powder them, whirlwind them. Right, and then that gets until we get all three covered. Because what we learned is, and then we do the roar, because I think we can cheese the AI to give Vulpix all of the EXP from doing that. Because that's what I was trying to do, and then we kind of failed. Because I think I was just trying to do it because I thought I could just self-contain it to Vulpix. But I think we need to have Monarch be the one taking some of that damage ahead of time so that Vulpix can then absorb the damage when they're already taking hits. And I think it's probably a whirlwind, 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 whirlwind until they're basically dead, or until that one faints, and then Vulpix can come in and absorb the last couple hits. So it will share the XP on one of them, but gain everything on the other two, or however many they have. So let's heal up or fight the scientist, and then that should get us enough EXP that we can... Yeah, that will get us enough XP that we get to 21, I imagine, because Vulpix should be... How are we looking? 3/4? Yeah, we really just need to pick this fight, and then we will have enough to... So, who's in our lead? We have Vulpix in it. So I think we established what we need is Monarch. We'll fight this guy. I think these guys are also pretty... Actually, the issue is, does this guy have Poison Torch? Okay, well, this entire strategy just fails against this guy. Yeah, because if it's poison type, I can't poison powder it to deal with this. Okay, and I also can't like use moves to swap them out when they only have the one Pokemon. Hitting yourself again would be super cool. That's not hitting yourself again. Oh my gosh. That went awful. That, yeah, that was awful for us. We had every poor roll that we could have had happen on that one. Oh, cool. And when my poison type comes in. Yeah, nothing. Okay, cool. We'll Leech Seed this as well. Yeah, I was really hoping to get the burn because we can't obviously poison these guys. Granted, Leech Seed does deal damage, but I was hoping to get the burn so we could get the double stack going and speed it up. But I mean, this is where we're at now. You reduced my accuracy, I increased my accuracy, you reduced my accuracy, hopefully again, whatever. Yeah, you're gonna keep hucking Smokescreen. I can't afford to put Vulpix in, unfortunately, to try and burn them at this point. They took way too much damage the first time. Also, the Smokescreen, I mean, with my luck, the Smokescreen will also just make Will-O-Wisp miss. But no way to know that for sure. Okay, there's a Sludge, which is fine. You know what? We could just sleep this guy, eh? I don't think... Yeah, unfortunately, there's no word where it was worth bringing Vulpix in, because if it's asleep, we can't burn it. And we don't have a good enough amount of EXP to, like, sit here and wait. And try and keep burning it, because its accuracy is still fine. Yeah, so I clicked the button again. I really didn't need to. Like we've increased the evasion enough, but we'd be reliant on them clicking a non-damaging move because Vulpix just can't take a hit. I mean, it could barely survive one attack from this guy. We barely survived the non-crit. It has not taken another hit. And we're already almost done. It just sucks that we had to swap in the one to deal with this. Because now we're splitting the XP. It's only one mon. I feel like we probably don't get there on this go. Okay, whatever. Whatever, man, you're down. I think because we had to use 3 of them. I think I should have thought. These scientists seem to have a lot of poisons. I should have not gone for them. Oh, we did it. Okay, sick. Okay, there's Confused Ray. Yes, we'll get rid of Quick Attack. So now we have the roar shenanigans we can use. Now we don't really need it because we're gonna just Alright, well, Vulpix, you're gonna faint because I have no way of healing you up. That's just a fact. Which sucks. But for friendship, but I don't think friendship's super relevant in this game for what we're doing. So we'll heal this up. We're gonna take them over to the daycare. And then we're gonna max out. We're gonna take them over to the daycare. We'll take them to like level 29. We get them and Monarch to 29. We can probably take the gym. We can probably take the gym, and then we also realistically can probably take on the first round of Team Rocket. So we need to go up 8 levels or so here. So Pixie's the most important. For this next one, I also probably want to level up Monarch as well, just to have a backup for in the gym. And then after this, we can fight Team Rocket as well. How much of a straight line do I have now if I just like... Not that much, but honestly, it's whatever. We just need steps. So if I do this, because I can go down now. Oh my gosh, we actually haven't fought this one. It's like, I don't think I've fought everybody here. Well, Monarch, I guess we're leveling you up here a bit. What am I doing? Like, what is my plan here? I guess we just supersonic them, but I don't really want to whirlwind them after, so I don't know what I click. I guess sleep powder, because I think our out is if we can try with Monarch to... Okay, well, actually, low-key, we do have to now swap Monarch out for accuracy, because if we're planning on poison powdering the rest of them, we really can't afford that drop. So we might as well just take a turn. I might take a couple. Yeah, we might as well just use some leech turns to try and leech seed. We can swap Monarch in to try and heal towards the end. Ideally, they don't take another sand attack drop, but yeah, if this person wants to keep sand attacking, we'll have the one take those hits, and then Monarch can come back in with their compound eyes and try and finish off what we're dealing with here. We got another turn here. Let's just, we're drop Sweet Scent. I don't think there's a whole lot else we really want to do with our turn here. I guess we can actually just keep Ivysaur in till the end now, right? There's no point in Monarch risking getting the sand attack when we can just free swap in. I've been trying not to really use that, but we've kind of been abusing that tonight as it is anyway, so we might as well just... Oh my gosh, I didn't even think Sweet Scent had an accuracy check. I guess it was just 100. I didn't even know it had... I thought it was one of those ones without even an accuracy check. Yeah, so we ate all those sand attacks. we were already gonna split the XP anyway, so there's no point in Monarch taking the extra accuracy drops, right? So another Pidgey, no. I think there's a way to cheese this. Oh, right. My accuracy is non-existent on this guy right now. I completely forgot. My accuracy is non-existent on Ivysaur because I ate all those sand attacks. Speaking of, thing I was trying to avoid. All right. Oh, and I have Compound Ice, so you know that sand attack was relevant. Oh, okay. Great. Cool. Okay. Let's try and bring Ivysaur in though. Let's see if we can get a poison powder off here. Okay, we may be running into a problem. Okay, we're good. Okay, well, there's only one accuracy drop on me. That sweet scent missing is actually nuts. This is a problem. Okay, we hit the one sweet scent. So we should be neutral. Everything should be back to normal accuracies. Let's try and... I mean, there's still not a 100% accurate move. I've only taken one, though, so that sweet scent... Like, we should get the roll here. Oh, there's no way. There's actually... Why is my... Okay, we're now they're less evasive. We now have the evasion in... The accuracy is now in my favor. There it is. Okay. So we got one poison off here. Okay, and then... Let's put a Leech Seed down on this guy as well. Because what I want to do is get this guy close-ish to going down. But not actually take them out. Because I think we can cheese this to give Monarch with Whirlwind all the XP still. But... Let's just keep lowering this thing's evasion now for them. Like, I think there's a way besides me fainting my Ivysaur. Okay, so I think we swap in. They go to red at the end of that turn. We Whirlwind. Okay, they went for a tackle. That's perfectly fine. Because we have Poison and Leech Seed. So I think they go to red, but they don't faint here. And then we Whirlwind, which will take effect before the Poison or the Leech Seed. That drags out the last one. Okay, and now... Let's try the same thing. We're going to drop this thing as low as possible. I need you to live this. Okay, you live. That's fine. I Leech Seed. So now I'm going to make my recoveries here. Okay, so now I'm gonna sleep powder this so I can get a couple turns of free HP back. And then we'll sweet scent so that we can land this poison powder. Alright. So we do this. Don't really necessarily need the HP back now. We kind of do need the damage output, but it was getting a little risky with how many misses I was taking. I mean, I guess technically it's the same accuracy, so I was going for the same roll, right? But yeah, we're still gonna have to sit here and try and take down the poison powder a bit. So we'll hit a couple of sweet scents so that if it's sand attacks off the rip when it breaks out of sleep, we'll still have we'll have the accuracy in our favor still. But we want to poison powder this thing before we bring Monarch back in. Come on. Now I actually kind of want you to wake up, low key. I'm faster, so it's faster. Is that a quick attack? Okay, it had quick attack. It had priority. That's what. I don't know if we'd seen a quick attack out of this one. I can obviously check the learn set, but that's a lot to ask of me. Too much to ask. Can't be bothered. All right, so now we hit it with a poison powder. Perfect. Okay. If we didn't hit it, we were just going to swap into Monarch anyway. To Whirlwind for this to work. Because I think I can get the XP from both of these guys now. Okay, so now, this turn we swap to Monarch. Shoot. Okay. Monarch. Yeah, we needed it a turn earlier. But it was also like the point, we couldn't actually poison it any fast. Well, we could have if we had to just spam poison powder instead of it, but we would need to know what the quick attack. Yeah, so now you faint. Okay, well, all that planning didn't really work out. I should have poison powdered with Monarch rather than with the Ivysaur. Right, because then then we would have been fine. Because then we could have whirlwinded. I get all the XP off this guy. We whirlwind again, and then we then they bring out the last one. It faints, and we get all the XP for everything. But did I not get any XP on that last one because I actually didn't hit it? Is there weird mechanics in this? Okay. Or did I just miss it? Alright, anyway, we healed. Wanted to make sure we did that. And let's just keep running. Because we will go as high as we can go, and that guy will stop me. Alright, then we go here, and then we go here. I don't think we can go... Can we go out this way? There is a staircase. I think the Snorlax blocks us this path, right? I will not have anywhere near enough for you, right? You're like 30? Yeah. I actually have 17. That's gotta be because of evolution. Yeah, and then we're blocked by a Snorlax, right? Yeah, this is Snorlax here. I do not have my flute, so we cannot grab it. Okay, we already fought that guy. We probably fought a lot of these guys. Alright, and then let's head back up. Trying to think of what line is faster. Like, is it faster to keep running up and down here, or... Because I can't go that far left or right, eh? Because this... Yeah, because you go either way this way, you end up at a dead end with a Snorlax. I could go all the way across. The other way and start heading down to Koga if I wanted to. How many more do we have over here? It's not really worth fight. Like, we just want to move right now because that's how we're going to get the most out of the Pixie in the... So we can go here. We can run across. We can go here. So I know there is a path that I would have only fought one of these guys probably. I assume it was last. Yeah, it was the last. I don't know why I like that pathing because probably the old man would have been better for this run. We could go fight Rival, because honestly, this Rival kind of sucks. Like, they're pretty weak. What did they just give me? Oh, return? Man, that'd be pretty sick if I could deal damage. Man, turning Fishers is crazy. Oh man. I didn't really wanna I didn't really want to fight you. I'm now also realizing I just get stopped by the Snorlax on this room. Oh no, I can go. I think I can run all the way down to Koga. All right. Let's try this again. Also, mailed out an item. I really gotta remember to check that because I pulled a PP up, which is pretty sick. Yeah, so I think we just let the Leech Seed go here. Does this guy have more than one? We'll find out. I think we just let the Leech Seed go here, and then... let's reduce its evasion just a little bit. Because the thing with the Whirlwind is, I think the strat is maybe... Yeah, I don't think we Poison Powder with Ivysaur. I think we do it with Butterfree. Alright, so then I think about half is probably where we pull Butterfree out here. Okay, that's a wee bit annoying. Does this one... I honestly just need to know, do you have an... Ugh. Okay, well, I assume that you have a second Mon. Oh, and now you do it. Okay, you actually just have the one then? I thought it said they had two. Okay, never mind. We cannot... Wait, we cannot Koga without feeding us Snorlax, eh? I thought that was supposed to freeze them? Okay, and I cannot poison you. Sick. Sick. Okay, so there is no trick here with Monarch. Yeah, it's gotta be you. And I also didn't pull off I mean, the Meowth could be picking up so much stuff. Oh man, it's turn one snapped out of confusion. All right, let's get a Leech Seed down. Okay, we have the Leech Seed. I think we try and swing through a couple times with a Sleep Powder on this before we swap out. Okay, yeah, even with that, we still have Leech Seed. I think we can probably win a War of Attrition here. Pretty close anyway. Yeah, let's see if we can... Pretty cool if we snapped out. It snapped out turn one. Okay, why am I hitting myself twice? Okay, we've hit myself twice in a whirl. I've hit myself every time I've been confused in all of my battles recently. Be pretty cool. Pretty cool if you could Sleep Powder. Alright. So now... Let's reset our confusion by bringing in Monarch. Monarch will also regain some health, which will be good. Then we're Supersonic, which we'll miss because why would it hit? Oop, knocked over my dice. Uh... Hit through it. Hit through it. We'll leave you in and then we'll... I'm still confused. I should probably swap out, eh? Yeah, let me get out of here. Or Leech Seed. I think we just Leech Seed Sleep Powder for a bit here. Just to stabilize what's going on, because that Horn Attack is still doing a lot. Horn Attack is still doing a lot. I don't actually even have a full squad with me right now. And I don't feel like getting wiped to a random fisherman. Alright, alright. Can I get greedy? Do I have payday on this thing? Let's find out. If I have payday, let's get greedy. Because, there is a pretty high chance this thing wakes up this turn. I don't even have it. Okay, never mind. We got greedy for absolutely nothing. Yeah, we hit the sweet scent. That was its evasion. We'll put it back to sleep again once it wakes up this turn. It didn't even wake up this turn. Nice. Okay. It hasn't shown any priority, so I think we just... Sweet scent again. It's probably going to hit a Horn Attack, but we're almost to full again. Yeah, I was like, I think this is the guaranteed wake up. We might have been at the point where we Poison Powder instead. Though the thing is, we got one more of these guys potentially we gotta fight our way through. And though I've spent a lot of time not with my mod, I have not spent a lot of time taking steps to gain the XP, unfortunately. Because I have been in these battles. So we've been getting XP on other guys, but not the one we're trying to level up. So we still got to do a lot of running around, I think. It's like irrelevant. I could have. I guess that's not. I could have slept this thing. I think sleep is still the optimal one there. Okay, it's supersonic, so it was kind of irrelevant. But I think sleep powder is probably still optimal. Hey, let me check this Meowth again. Wait, I think I just get TMs? What is TM10? Hidden power. Not helpful. Let me know when you give me, like, protect. I'm assuming I must have hit the B button just out of instinct on that guy. Alright, let's go and heal. I'm hoping we will, from all the running around we did, we gained at least one level on Vulpix. Yeah, now we got freed. So there is a path we can actually run that gives us more steps, eh, right? Alright. Let's go and see. I'm hoping 1. I would love to see this thing say 2. I don't think we've done a whole lot better than 2, but maybe. So we spent a lot of time in battles. Yeah, I honestly didn't figure it'd be more than 1, so that takes us to 22. We're ideally looking for him to say 8, and that's just a time sink. Unfortunately, I need both hands to operate what I'm doing right now. Otherwise, I would say we should try and see if we can... See if I can figure out a way to auto do this. Because yeah, this is not that entertaining either way, but this is technically the optimal way to be doing what I want to do within the game's mechanics. But we are limited by the technology of our time. I feel like it's probably got to be 2 now. But yeah, this is our best method. As annoying as it is, we do this to try and get the levels that we need. Yeah, I don't know. This is the best plan I think I have. All right. Tell me 2. You gotta tell me 2. I am hoping at least 3, but you gotta tell me. You gotta be telling me 2. If you're not telling me 2, I'm gonna be very sad. This is gonna take forever. This is gonna take 5 ever even. Oh, we missed. So we got extra steps. Yay! Not actually yay, but... It's only grown by 1? No shot. No shot. Alright, huh. Alright, let's try something else here while we're waiting. Let me just get a web browser open here. Because I can pseudo play this with one hand. It's a little slower, but and then I'm working on it in the background. I have one for this, right? There we go. We grab that. Let's make that displayable. And then let's lock. Okay. We do that. What do you? Oh, because number lock is not. Okay. We do this. We do this. We do. Let me get it. Okay, everything's locked except now we will unlock this so that I can actually like. Alright, and then we'll push that out. Hello! Alright. Let's do Pokodo while we wait. Alright, so. There's a lot of water types, and I like to start around like either Gen 4 or 5. So that's kind of our halfway point for the up or down. So it's single stage, it's lower than Gen 4, so to try and narrow it down. Let's do Squirtle. Here, let me... Move that up. And then window capture. Try and make this a little bit bigger. So let's get Squirtle. I have to spell it right. Okay, so it's Gen 1, it's one stage, it's blue or brown. I guess I guess I should have known it's not water none. That was kind of dumb. Let me see. Let's do a Pidgey because the second most is a normal type and it's brown. So normal flying, one stage, not fully evolved. So I think that's far-fetched. Okay. And then let's try the silhouette one. Oh, isn't that just Litleo? Alright, and then description. Strict training is how it learns its flowing double skull chop technique. Okay, yesterday's was Quaballer, but I honestly thought that was going to be today's based on that. Oh yeah, I made this a little bigger. This is more visible now. Yesterday's was Quaballer, so it's not today's. I feel like it's a fighting type. Strict training, double scalp chop. That sounds like scallop. That's how it learns its. Why does it look like the flowing looks so weird? Is it like blank flowing? All right. This one doesn't give hints. What is this Cleavor? Or it does give hints later, but it doesn't like. You don't know if you're anywhere close to it based on your guessing. Strict training is how it double scalp chop. Like, all right, what do we work with? Water. So I like. It's not Crabrawler. That was yesterday. So the odds of it being the same one. It's water and its habitat is the water. Oh, thanks. Yeah, super helpful. Like I'm picturing it's got to be one of the crab ones. But it's not Crabrawler? It's not going to be Clobopus, right? Like, it's got to be crab related. So, it's not going to be like a Kingler, right? It's not going to be a Krabby. Oh, I got it. Did I unlock a hint? Evo stage. Gen... Oh my... Okay, Gen 5. I am going to be kicking myself. Gen 5 fighting types. There's Sock and Throw. It's a water type. Why am I... It's not a fighting type. It's a water type. Oh. All it took was all of my hints. Oh, that's just... This one's Clauncher, right? Yeah. Alright, so we did that. Oop. Monotype and a baby. Hoenn and a baby. Electric and a baby. So, like, the low-hanging fruit on electric baby is Pichu. But there's also Elekid. Is there anything else that's classified as baby? I don't think there's anything else that's classified. Is baby what? So, like, we can do Pichu here. Because that's definitely also monotype. I think there are probably other ones, but... And then we do Elekid here, because I think this is the one that's less likely between the two of them. That's still pretty high. Maybe Pichu is less. Maybe Pichu is the better one there. And then there's literally only two of these, I believe. There's Why Not? And then Azrael is there as well. I don't think there's any other ones. So yeah, the 49.3%, I think we're just kind of stuck with. Mono Steel, I gotta think on. Hoenn Steel. Matang is definitely up there. could go Mega Metagross. Because I feel like the metas usually, like, use Megas in these. But there's also, like, Mega Aggron. Who's, like... I feel like the... I feel like the Metagross line is probably more popular than this. I'm trying to think if there was any other steel types besides the Metagross guys and Aggron. I'm sure there is. Well, there's definitely more than steel type, but is there for Hoenn? Because I feel like there's usually pretty low. I don't know if the Megas are always the lowest, but Megas feel like they're always pretty low. Miraidon's here, Zekrom's here. Between the two, I feel like Zekrom, even though it's less recent, is probably more popular than Miraidon and gonna end up with more. It's Raging Bolt. Raging Bolt's pretty popular VGC. What are the odds that people play more VGC? Miraidon wasn't like nothing in that though. I think this is the first one I thought of. Yeah, there's definitely something else in there that's got less. Monotype Dragon. I think Druddigan is monotype, right? That was pretty high. Then we have Hoenn Dragon. So, like, there's my boy Flygon. And then there's... But I feel like if you go, like, Mega Altaria. And then Monotype Steel. I need to think on monotypes. I can think of so many steel types that are dual type. Except electric. Oh, Toga. There's Togedemaru aren't they? I don't know where the steel typing on this thing is coming from, but it has it. And then monotype steel. Gosh, I actually hate the monotypes because I feel like there's so many dual types of so many of these. Like, I always hate when they give me monotype ones. Yeah, like, if the first thing that comes to mind is Steelix, which is not, but you would think based on its name that it is. And then... Okay, we just did Togedemaru, which is not mono steel either. Ferrothorn's not mono steel. Bronzong's not mono steel. Fortress, Scizor. Yeah, all the steel types I can think of are dual type. We did the Aggron, we did the Metagross stuff. Below. There won't be anything Gen 1, because Gen 1 didn't have steel type. Gen 2... Are they all dual type? They might all be dual type. There's no evolution for it, so... Can't try and pull that nonsense. Those are only for the ones that were special previously, plus Fairy. If I type ST in, what comes up? Mabelstiff. That is not... Start typing Steel. What do we get? Mega Steel. Yo, Registeel? Registeel is mono steel. That is an answer. I feel like that is not gonna be the lowest one, but I feel like it's gonna be the highest one, but that's a steel. That is mono steel. I do forget the Regis 1 exist and 2 are all monotype. That might be what we have to go with. But I think based on the fact that I typed STE in, it is not going to be... It is probably going to be the worst one for uniqueness. Well, I think let's speed up some steps here. Is there anything else I can think of that's a mono steel type? Oh, you know what I could have done? The Magnemite line instead of Togedemaru, because that's steel too. I was just thinking, I just had that. I was like, why am I saying there's no monotype Gen 1 steel, but there are steel in Gen 1 still. So I could have done that line for the electric steel. What else? What else? What else? Just steel. We might just have to go with Registeel, because I am drawing a massive blank. Like, I know there's got to be more. There's absolutely got to be more. Like, I could open up Pogo right now, and I would probably find so many that I have in there that are mono steel. None of the, like, I'm looking at Celesteela, but I don't think any Ultra Beast is a mono type. So that will, one, that won't be it, and two, I can just rule those out. Solgaleo is Psychic Steel as well. That is steel, but it's not mono type. It's actually a lot of Psychic Steels now that I'm trying to think of it. All right, let's check on how many levels we got. Like, I'm actually now going to be surprised if it's 3 because we were taking forever to get to 2. And we were not going very fast down there while I was doing this. But, gosh, it's got to be 2. It has to be 2. Four. Okay, so we were, like, on the cusp of 2, like... Okay, we're, like, halfway. Back to the basement. Okay. Yeah, I think we might just lock in Registeel here. It feels bad because, like, that's obviously not the best answer, but... Or, like, it's fine, but it's obviously not going to be the most unique. Only 14? Are there that many steel types? So, our uniqueness was 196. Average score was 124, so we were above average. Oh, Earthworm. So let's see how many we got of the most common. Oh, wait. Mega Aggron's mono steel? I low-key kind of forget that. So, the most common was Metang. Metang was actually what I was, like, leaning on, because I was like, oh, people pick Metagross, so I'll go Metang. So everybody went that way, Magby is monotype. Yeah, I guess that is fire, right? Azro, so we, like... Because I think that's literally 50-50. So you're like, that's a coin flip of whether you go Wynot or Azro. I guess the Azro's like just a little bit more popular. The Elekid is the most popular mono electric. So we should have been going so we should have gone Pichu there instead of Elekid, apparently. Zekrom was the most common on the Electric Dragon, though, so we did well there. Druddigon is the most common dragon type. And I feel like that makes sense because it's got its own line, right? So, like, you're never worried about does it have the dual type of something later. Mega Garchomp, that is Mono Dragon. Right. Copper Raja. Completely forgot you exist, Pokemon. Monotype, why not? Fair. The thing is, yeah, you lose uniqueness on the Hoenn one. But I guess because there's only 2, you're taking such a hit on that no matter what you do that it's probably worth that why not, right? It's probably worth putting why not there and Azrael below. Because you're probably still getting a better uniqueness score doing that than you were. You're probably still getting a better uniqueness score this way than if you had have been using why not as your Hoenn. Right? I think in those cases, now that I'm thinking about it, it's probably better to make the sacrifice of taking the most common in the 50-50. Although I guess the question is, like, can everybody remember that it's 50-50? That you're kind of banking on everybody remembering that. Chimecho is Steel something. What was this one? It wasn't Mega, right? It was Steel Hoenn? Oh yeah, Chimecho is Hoenn. Chimecho is Hoenn. It's so Gen 4 for me because of like the one I never used it in Hoenn, and 2, its pre-Evo is introduced in Gen 4. And then Latios is the Dragon Hoenn least, eh? So, I'm a little surprised. The Latios are pretty popular. I feel like more popular than, like, I mean, I guess I wasn't super far off, but I feel like Mega Artaria gets forgotten more than the Latios, right? Plus, there's Mega... Oh my gosh, there's Mega Latioses, though. So those were getting... So yeah, so like, there is a thing of like, the meta is to some degree picking the Megas, but then I guess when there's so many options, you can like just have that overlooked, right? Okay. Let's try and grab... Oh my gosh, stop doxing yourself. Wordle. For today. Can I... Oh, I can just... I do this on my phone normally, so steer, no good. What would I want to work with now? Let's try Cloud. Okay, so we got a U and we got a C at the front. But nothing else. There's no S, so I can't do like... The customer's way too long. Can't do D though, because... Like, I was thinking of Cupid, but D's not in here either. And, like, a covet doesn't work, because we don't have any of those letters. This is not how you... Is this how you spell chunk? Okay, so... What are the odds it's, like, chunk? Okay, yeah, we're not gonna do that. We have 1 minute till we reset all those puzzles for the day. And we'll just run through them again while we do this. It's 11:59. It'll reset in a second. We'll run through them again. We'll run through all those puzzles again. And then see where we're at. We're at 4 now. I want to get this thing to at least 29 before I challenge the gym with it. And then I would really like to beat the gym tonight, because I think for the next part, it's honestly just going to be a lot of this. Like, I think I just need to get levels. So I might just grind those off stream using this method. And then have them... Okay, we reset our puzzle. Refresh my page. Play. Alright. Steer again. Okay, so an E in the middle. So... It's no R, no... What can I do with this? I don't need to do that. It doesn't have to start with a C. I think I'm so used to, like, my next one is like Cloud. Because that covers a lot of things. So we need an E in the middle. That does not really narrow it down that much. Like, we could do a check. It just doubles up on C's. But we could use this to confirm. Okay, so C is there. And there's not a duplicate C this time. So we're something E something something EC something. And there's no H, so it's not that it ends in a CH either. So what can we... What letters do we have left that often follow a C? I'm having a hard time with an N. And we have a vowel, so it's not like I need to try and find a vowel in here. So what if we did Q-U-E... Is there anything that works with that? Because I can't really use Q without the U, right? And I feel like there are Q-U-E words. Like, obviously like a queen. But that doesn't work because we know we have a C there where we would put that E. We don't know if we have doubled up on E. We did just hit the E right off the rip in the right spot. So... But we know we don't have K. So, like... Yeah, we don't have K, right? So... Yeah, I am struggling right now to think of something that ends with C and has one of these other letters that's not H or K following it. Z. All right, if we start with a D, that's not even a word. It's not at all how you spell docile. And that's not how you spell peace. Because it's like this, right? Am I wrong? Is it actually this? Okay, it is actually that. Okay, and low-key there was a second E. Good call. I've just, don't know how to spell. It's I before E except after C, dummy. Except all the times that it's not. So, peace. Which I feel like is probably the best word to have come up with in that scenario. Feast, geese, dees, geese, meese. I think it's niece, right? I think the best one after that is niece. I think this is the most word. Okay, yeah, we got her. Struggled, but we got her. Okay, and then Pokidoku. Let's go back to... I don't know why I left the basement. Let's go back to Pokidoku. So we need a fighting in Kanto. We're in the right region for that. We need a bug in Kanto. We need a first partner in Kanto. So we only have 9 options. Technically, I think we have 10 because I think Pikachu does fit under that. We might even have 11 if they count the Eevee from Let's Go Eevee. Which, like, I think, based on how flexible they are on some of these sometimes, I would think they should count that. So we need a firefighting, which we have no shortage of with starters, for sure. Because we have both Blaziken, Combuskin, and we also have Monferno. What do we have? We got Monferno, we got Chimchar, not Chimchar, oh my gosh. Oh my god, why am I blanking on this name? I can think of the middle evolution, but not the final. So we have Empoleon, we have Torterra, and you. Huh. Can't think of their names, so I'm not going to be able to spell them. And then you have Embor. I think Pignite is 2. And then 2, at least, bare minimum, 2 of them have Megas. So we can really play with that. Fighting Paldea and Area 0 DLC. Paldea plus Area 0 DLC. So I think with these, we can get away with the... I believe this one counts these. Let me confirm. Otherwise, we might be screwed from the start. That is the wrong answer. I should have known that. He's pretty popular. I think probably the best one might have been... Iron Hands might have been good there, too. I kind of want to go... Combuskin here. And then we have so many... Like, fire. So I feel like for Kanto... Alright, we're going to take another gamble, because I feel like this guy should count. Okay, well... You're wrong, because... But anyway, okay, let's do the other ones, because we know the other one, but like, I was trying to go for unique, and we kind of did. Is there a warning on here? Let me read this one. Must originate in this region. Must be the first Pokemon obtained by the player or their evolutions. Pikachu in Pokemon Yellow. I'm not even like Let's Go in you. I'm not even trying to pull the Let's Go with like Eevee. Pikachu in Pokemon Yellow is your first Mon, and it is a mainline game. Anyway. Like I know I don't think the Pokemon Center classifies them as one, but I think they might. I think they might even like redo the filter for it. I'll have to double check. Alright, anyway, so let's do a Hitmon in here, I think. Let's do Hitmonchan. And then we'll do Weedle. And then we'll do Bug, Paldea, Area 0. So this works. So let's do low kicks in here. And then Firebug. Volcarona is like obviously the quintessential one. Well, I mean, we're never gonna know our true uniqueness now because I can't. I guess I should have clicked this. I swear if you. Okay. Huh? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I'm right. Right here. Pokemon Yellow. Alright, who is the most forgotten about Firestarter line, though? It might be Tepig. I think they're only getting a boost from the fact that they just had their line come up. It's that I mean, am I too VGC coded to think it's not Incineroar? It's not like I don't think it's that one. It's probably Cinderace's. It's Raboot. Am I starting over? Darn, I actually would have liked because I then could have known my. I think Raboot. And then first partner, Paldea Area 0. Like we're gonna do Quaxwell because I feel like nobody likes Quaxwell. Yeah, I'm calling shenanigans on that one. All right, we're already done anyway. So let's just let's go with our boy Ivysaur that we have right here in this game, and then compare. Okay, so most common actually was Squirtle. I actually would have thought Charmander. Sprigatito does not shock me. I feel like that is the most. I feel like Sprigatito is the most popular of them. Tepe being #1 for fire starter though is wild to be considered. I was like, it's probably the most forgotten. Infernape. This is the name I was trying to remember that I could not remember. I should have not gone Quaxwell. I should have gone Quaxquavel, but I had the right line, and I once again had the right line with Venusaur as well. And then Monferno was actually the least here. Not a big difference between them and Combustion, but noticeable. And then, yeah, Paldean and Tauros. Kind of forgot that has that. This makes sense. Like, that, I knew this was going to be... Because this is the highest, right? Volcarona? Yeah, obviously. And then Rabska? Not like double, but still not a lot. Like, there must be a lot of bugs in here. And then I forget that I forget that these megas count because they also kind of. I guess this does exist in Kanto because of Let's Go, and I'm arguing on. Well, I'm arguing Let's Go for Pikachu, I guess, kind of, but I'm also not because Pokemon Yellow. But anyway, okay. So we've done Wordle, we've done Pokedoku. So now let's do Pocodle for the day. We'll just do the classic. Oh. Okay, you don't work like that. Cool. What about this one? So this is only Gen 1s. So once again, let's just go Squirtle. So there's a lot of water types. Okay, so it has no secondary typing. It is higher than first evolution stage. And it's bigger than Squirtle. And Squirtle's not very big. And we don't have the right colors. Though this one's saying it's only blue, not Water's Edge. So we don't have a lot to go on. Other than that, it's monotype. So, go big or go home, eh? So colors are all wrong. It's smaller. Oh, it is high. It is higher than first evolution. That was silly. That was silly. Okay. Let's grab a Jolteon. That's higher than first evolution stage. So it is a second evolution, and it's smaller than a Jolteon. And we don't have any colors right yet. What about a Metapod? Metapod is second evolution. Doesn't have to share any colors. It's monotype. So we have the right height. And my normal guess would be to jump to Kakuna. But Kakuna, I think Kakuna counts as yellow, not brown. I'm pretty sure. The Metapod doesn't look very big. We know it's not water, so it's not like a Staryu. It's not like a forest. 70. See, the issue is I got height. I don't know heights. I don't know what's a height. Okay, okay, so it is a normal. Okay. One, I should have known that thing is normal flying, not. It's smaller than a Dodrio, but it is a normal type. Okay, that the typing now that we got a typing that actually helps, because I think we got, yeah, there we go. Chance. Oh, it's brown. Oh, come on. Brown grassland. Why was I thinking Chansey? What about Marowak? Marowak's mono ground in this, right? I'm thinking of the Alolan one that's different. So it is mono ground. Oh wait, but I need no. Why am I throwing? Why am I actually throwing? I know it's a normal type. I think it's because I'm also like trying to be focused on not messing this up. So it's not Snorlax. Snorlax is way too big. Like, we need it to be smaller. We need it to be Metapod sized. And I'm just like looking at this picture in the background now of like what else is a normal type here. It's like, I feel like there's not, because there's actually more water types, I think, than there are normal types in Gen 1. It's a normal type that has at least 2 evolution stages. So it's not Tauros, right? It's brown, but it can't be Tauros because Tauros only has the 1 evolution stage. I could grab the ability, but I feel like Gen 1's so small that I don't really want to do that. Is it just It's just Porygon, isn't it? No, Porygon can't be right because it's brown. Porygon's the wrong colors. Who else is Raticate? Is it Raticate? That's the only other one I could think of. That's the only thing I could think of that meets these requirements. Good. Okay, we did get that. Blurry card. Let's see what we got. That's a Gloom. I don't even know what card that is, but I can tell that's Gloom art. His tail is large and covered with a rich, thick fur. The tail becomes increasingly deeper in color as blank ages. The scratches on its shell... Okay, so it has a shell, evidence of this Pokemon's toughness as a battler. So it needs to have a tail, and it needs to have a shell. I don't think... Is this... Yeah, I was gonna say, Wartortle just seems right for that. With Shadow, and this is only Gen 1. Oh, that's Hypno. Okay, we did that. The other Pokedoku or Pokedoku we can't do. Alright. Alright, I killed time. I missed exactly how much that... So that'd be 7 levels, right? Because it was 800. Okay, I need it to grow ideally at least 1 more. But we're actually kind of close. We're actually kind of close after all that. All it took was like 6 different websites of games. In like an hour. I think that was almost like, or like 40 minutes. That was not short, mind you. That was not a short amount of time, but. Alright, let's see. Because if I have this thing at 29, it's still going to be tough. Because I will not have the self-healing. So I think I got to grab some potions and just keep this guy alive. But they should resist a number of things. The thing with the burn is we can swap in our poison grass type to kind of tank some hits, because it'll either be neutral or resist. I think it resists grass as well. Like, they won't be able to deal super effective damage into it, and they won't be able to... I have 2 Gumons that can't be poisoned. Plus, I could pull Zubat out of the PC. Okay, so we got... Yeah, so that's good. Yeah, so because I think I can pull a lot of things out of the PC to make it so we can sit and not be poisoned. We just need the burns to make it so that we can actually deal damage to these things consistently, because otherwise we're relying on confusion stuff. Yeah, I think our other answer was we could have gone to the tower. We could have beat Rocket, gone to tower, caught Haunter's Destiny, bonded our way out of it. But I think this I like a little better. All right, let me go see how much a Firestone is. Because I just jumped over the levels that actually had moves that I might want, but I don't think we need them. Is this guy who I'm looking for? No. Okay, I need stones. Okay, Firestone. So we need a Firestone. They also have a Leaf Stone we could buy too. I think the Firestone's more important right now. Okay. Did I buy two by accident? We'll find out. So now I don't think we're really gonna do anything with Vulpix's moveset anyway. So I think just boosting its stats by evolving is probably the best method of success here. Yeah, this feels so wrong. Because I like skipped over Flamethrower. Alright. And then, yeah, I think we're just... We have to fight some trainers to get to her anyway, so let's just test this. Now, we're going a little wonky because we haven't leveled up a lot of our guys. But... Oh, that reminds me. Let me go to the... Oh, there's no general store here, is there? It's all that department store. I need to get some Wait, there is this. Is there? Is there not? Is there? No, there's not. Okay. I need to get some potions. So I am not above heal stalling this. Actually, you know what? Let's just see if we can beat this without heal stalling it. There's a world. There's a world where this succeeds, right? Run by the pervy old man. Yeah, I have to fight at least one trainer. I have to fight one for sure here, and then I have to fight another one. I did not, So I cannot... Can I powder these guys? Oh my gosh, I can. That's actually big. That's actually... I can't poison powder you. I don't think I can leech seed them. I think my problem is I couldn't leech seed them. But I feel like I thought I couldn't sleep powder them, and the fact I... Monarch. Okay, Okay, never mind. Let's get Pixie in. Hopefully for free. Oh, okay. We gambled too much. Oh, that hurts. That is annoying. Wait. No. No. No, you're not supposed to. You're supposed to still have Will-O-Wisp. Uh-huh. This move, remember, is not till way later, right? I can't jump this. Yeah, Island 2. Okay, sick. Sick. Okay, cool. Awesome. I thought they didn't learn anything. Ugh, it does learn moves. Okay. That frickin' sucks. I thought it was the whole downside of it doesn't learn anything, but is there a Will-O-Wisp TM? Can I buy my way out of this? Can I buy my way out of this? Doesn't exist until Gen 4. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so we had to pull it out and level. We had to pull them out every time and level them up. Awesome. Okay, well, we have an out for this still. Like, this is still beatable in our current state. It's just very annoying. But we can confuse these guys still. We just lost the reason we were using Vulpix over. Yeah, we just lost Will-O-Wisp, which really sucks. Because that's our answer to a lot of stuff later. Or not a lot, but like, yeah, it was going to be very helpful later. So I think now we're going to have to figure something else out. No. Yeah, so I think I'm going to have to just capture another Vulpix and repeat a similar process off stream. Unfortunately. And then I'll just have you eat some hits. Because I need to preserve my 2 Confusory guys for now. Yeah, and this is fine. Like, Confusion works fine for Bellsprouts. It's the ones that don't have any attack that are a problem and very slow for this to take it out. And that's why we needed Burn. Oh, that sucks. We wasted a lot of money on something that is not going to matter. Alright, let's sleep powder you so I can bring in... I'll bring in Pixie again. Pixie has the 100% or 100 accuracy confusion. So we lose a turn here. We do have to fight through paralysis. But we have... Pixie has 100% and... I have Compound Eyes on Butterfree. So the odds aren't terrible. Yeah, I'm actually just so disappointed that it is Flamethrower too. It's not even like... now it does have a move that I can mess it up with. Alright, so you're confused again, but you're asleep. So let me put you into someone that can just absorb the hits that this thing's gonna give. Hit yourself, please. And then let's flash a couple times here. Okay, you snapped out. And then I used Stun Spore me, which is very annoying. Okay. And then I will Sleep Powder you. Again. Yeah, I mean, we couldn't do the sleep powder stuff if they were burned. But also, if they were burned, I could kind of just let things tick down. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't have to keep making these switches. Okay, and my paralysis proc that time. Let's try again. They're still asleep, which is good. Okay, I confuse them. I'll swap back into my Weeping Bell again. Yeah, and the other thing is, like, I don't really want Stun Spore at this point either, because I actually, the only way I'm getting out of this is to have them be actively trying to fight. So it hurt itself, that's good. It's gonna take at least 2 more of those. Okay, if I can get that sleep powder off, perfect. Alright, so the switch in is on a guaranteed sleep turn. Oh, that's not great. The fact that this thing is like basically unbothered by the two flashes it has had is also kind of annoying. I'm gonna switch in the flash again here, just because I want to try and make it so its accuracy goes down again. Hit yourself. Nope, you hit through that. Why wouldn't you? Okay, Dyson goes down here. I need you out here because you're the only other sleep powder one besides Butterfree. Let's lower your accuracy again so Butterfree's got a better odds of hitting you with it. Okay, you hit yourself, which is perfect. Okay, so one more, we'll finish that off. Yeah, I know it doesn't affect, I just need to hit a move. Okay. So we got out of that, but that's too tight, I think, to try and take Erica on with that. I think we really need Will-O-Wisp. So that is unfortunate. Alright. We will have to try and pivot now. I have no way of teaching this thing Will-O-Wisp, which is unfortunate. So I think we're just going to have to capture another one and work on leveling it up as well. But it's getting late. It is time for me to go to bed. So thanks for stopping by. Have a great night. Be back tomorrow. Stardew Valley on Sunday, as always. Bye-bye.